Okay, welcome back everyone. CUBE coverage live on the floor in the Moscone Center in San Francisco, California. I'm John Furrier, host of theCUBE. AWS Summit 2022 is here in San Francisco. We're back in live events. Of course, Amazon Summit in New York City is coming. Amazon Summit this summer will be there as well. Got a great guest, Mike Miller, GM of AI Devices at AWS. Always one of my favorite interviews. We got a little prop here. We got the car, Deep Racer, very popular at the events. Mike, welcome to theCUBE. Good to see you.
Hey John, thank you for having me. It's really exciting to be back and chat with you a little bit about Deep Racer.
Well, I want to get into the prop in a second, not the prop, the product.
Yeah.
So Deep Racer program, you got the race track here. Just explain what it is real quick, we'll get that out of the way.
Absolutely, so, well you know that AWS is passionate about making AI and ML more accessible to developers of all skill levels. So Deep Racer is one of our tools to do that. So Deep Racer is a 3D cloud-based racing simulator, a 1/18th scale autonomously driven car, and a league to add a little spicy competition into it. So developers can start with the cloud-based simulator where they're introduced to reinforcement learning, which basically teaches our car to drive around a track through trial and error. And of course you're in a virtual simulator, so it's easy for it to make mistakes and restart. Then once that model is trained, it's downloaded to the car, which then can drive around a track autonomously, kind of making its own way. And of course, we track lap time and your successful lap completions, and all of that data feeds into our league to try to top the leaderboard and win prizes.
This is the ultimate gamification tool.
Absolutely.
Making it fun to learn about machine learning. All right, let's get into the car. Let's get into the showcase of the car. Show everyone what's going on here.
Absolutely, so this is our 1/18th scale autonomously driven car. It's built off of a monster truck chassis. So you can see it's got 4-wheel drive, it's got steering in the front, we've got a camera on the front, so the camera does the sensing to the compute board that's driven by an Intel Atom processor on the vehicle that allows it to make sense of the road in front of it and then decide where it wants to drive. So you take the car, you download your trained model to it, and then it races around the track
so the
as fast
front
as possible.
is the camera.
The front is the camera, that's correct.
Okay,
so it's a little bit awkward, but we needed to give it plenty of room here so that it can actually see the track in front of it. Yep, that's exactly right.
Awesome.
Yes.
And so I got to buy that if I'm a developer?
So developers can start in two ways. They can use our virtual racing experience, and so there's no hardware cost for that. But once you want the experience, the hands-on racing, then the car is needed. But if you come to one of our AWS summits, like here in San Francisco or anywhere else around the world, we have one or more tracks set up, and you can get hands-on. You can bring the model that you trained at home, download it to a car, and see it race around the track.
So use a car here. You guys are not renting cars, but you're letting people use the cars.
Absolutely.
Can I build my own car, or does it have to be assembled by AWS?
Yeah, we sell it as a kit that's already assembled because we've got the specific compute board in there, that Intel processor and all of the software that's already built on there that knows how to drive around the track.
That's awesome. So talk about the results. What's going on? What's the feedback from developers? Obviously, it's a nerd dream, who people like to race cars. People love Formula One now, all the racing there. IoT, it's always an IoT opportunity as well.
Absolutely, and as you said, gamification, right? And so what we found and what we thought we would find was that adding in those sort of ease of learning, so we make it the on-ramp to machine learning very easy, so developers of all skill levels can take advantage of this. But we also make it fun by kind of gamifying it. We have different challenges every month. We have a leaderboard so you can see how you rank against your peers. And actually we've split our league into two. There's an open division, which is more designed for novices, so you get rewarded for just participating. Yeah. And then we have a pro league, so if you're one of the top performers in the open league each month, you graduate and you get to race against the big boys in the pro league.
What's the purse?
Oh, we definitely have cash and prizes that happen every month. We have prizes because we do races every month, and those winners of those races all get qualified to race at the championship, which of course happens in Las Vegas at reInvent. So we bring all the winners to reInvent, and they all race against each other for the grand prize, the big trophy, and the cash prize.
Well, you know I'm a big fan of what you guys are doing, so I'm kind of obviously biased on this whole program, but you got to look at the trend of what going on in esports, and the online engagement is off the charts. Are there plans to kind of make this really more official and bigger? Is there traction there? Or is this just all part of the Amazon goodness, love that you guys give back? I mean, obviously it's got traction.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that's interesting about esports is the number of young people who are getting into it. And what we saw over the last couple of years is that there were a lot of students who were adopting Deep Racer, but there were some hurdles. You know, it wasn't really designed for them. So what we did was we made some changes, and at the beginning of this year, we launched a student-focused Deep Racer program. So they get both free training every month, they get free educational materials, and their own private league, so they know students can race against other students as part of that league. So that was really our first step in kind of thinking about those users and what do we need to do to cater to their kind of unique needs.
Talk about some of the power dynamics, or not power dynamics, the group dynamics around teams and individuals. Can I play as an individual? Do I have to be on a team? Can I do teams? How does that look? How do you think about those things?
Yeah, absolutely, great question. The primary way to compete is individually. Now, we do have an offering that allows companies to use Deep Racer to excite and engage their own employees. And this is where operating as a team and collaborating with your coworkers comes into play.
Yeah.
So if I may, there's Accenture and JPMC are a couple big customers of ours, really strong partners who've been able to take advantage of Deep Racer to educate their workforce. So Accenture ran a 24-hour round the globe race a couple years ago, encouraging their employees to collaborate and form teams to race. And then this past year, JPMC had over 3,000 of their builders participate over a 3-month period where they ran a private league. And they went on to win the top 2 spots, first place and second place at reInvent last year.
It reminds me of the NASCAR and all these like competitions, the owners have multiple cars on the race. Do you guys at reInvent have to start cutting people, like only 2 submissions, or is it free for all?
Well, you have to qualify to get to the races at reInvent, so it's very cutthroat leading up to that point. We've got winners of our monthly virtual contests. The winners of the summit races will also get invited. So it's interesting, this dynamic. You'll have some people who won virtual races, some people who won physical races, all competing together.
And do you guys have a name for the final cup, or is it like, what's the final, how do you guys talk about the prizes and the...
It's the Deep Racer Championship Cup, of course.
Of course.
Big silver cup, you get to hoist it.
Are the names subscribed in? Is it like the Stanley Cup, or is it just one and done?
It's a unique one, so you get to hold on to it each year. The champion gets their own version of the cup.
It's a lot of fun. I think it's really kind of cool. What's the benefits for a student? It's about the student one. Some students, I'm learning machine learning. What's in it for me as a career path? And the fun's obvious, I see that.
Yeah, absolutely. For students, it's a hands-on way that's a very easy on-ramp to machine learning. And one of the things, as I mentioned, we're passionate about making it accessible to all. Well, when we mean all, we really do mean all. So we've got a couple of partners who are passionate about the same thing, right? Which is, how do we, if AI and ML is going to transform our world and solve our most challenging problems, how can we get the right minds from all walks of life and all backgrounds to learn machine learning and get engaged? So with 2 of our partners, so with Udacity and with Intel, we launched a $10 million AWS AI and ML scholarship program, and we built it around Deep Racer. So not only can students who are college and high school students age 16 and over can use Deep Racer, can learn about machine learning, and then get qualified to win one of several thousand scholarships.
Any other promotions going on that people should know about?
Yeah, one final one is, so we talked about enterprises like JPMC and Accenture, so we've got a promotion that we just started yesterday. So if you're an enterprise and you want to host a Deep Racer event at your company to excite your employees and get them collaborating more, if you have over 50 employees participating, we're going to give you up to $100,000 in AWS credits to offset the costs of running your Deep Racer event at your company.
That's real money.
Yeah, real exciting, I think, for companies now to pick up Deep Racer.
So, I mean, obviously, I know Andy Jassy. I have many sports conversations with him. He's a sports guy. He's now the CEO of Amazon. He gets to go to all the sporting events, NFL. I wish I could bring the cube there, but we'll stick with cloud for now. You got to look at the purse kind of thing. I'm interested in the whole economics behind it. Because, I mean, forget the learning for a second, which is, by the way, awesome. This is great competition. You got leaderboards, you got regional activities, you got a funneling system laddering up to the final output.
And we've really done a decent job and of adding capabilities into that user experience to make it more engaging. You can see the countries that the different competitors are from. You can see how the lap times change over time. We give awards, as I mentioned, the 2 divisions now. So if you're not super competitive, we'll reward you for just participating in that open league. But if you want to get competitive, we'll give you better rewards monthly in the pro league.
Do you guys have any conversation internally like, this is getting too big, we might have to outsource it? Or you keep it inside the fold?
We love Deep Racer, and it's so much fun running these. It's so much fun running these events.
I'm going with this, right? The Cube might want to take this over.
Hey, we're always looking for partners and sponsors who can help us make it bigger.
It's a good business opportunity.
Absolutely.
I just love it. Congratulations, great stuff. What's the big learning in this? As an executive, you look back, you get GM, AI super important, and I think it is great communal activity as well. What's the learning? What have you learned from this over the years? Besides that it's working, but what's the big takeaway?
Yeah, I mean, we've got such a wide range of developers and builders who are customers that we need to provide a variety of opportunities for people to get hands-on, and there's no better way to learn a complex technology like AI and ML than getting hands-on and seeing physically the result of the AI. And I think that's been the biggest learning, is that just having the hands-on and the sort of element of watching what it does, just light bulbs go off when developers look at this and they start piecing the puzzle pieces together, how they can benefit.
So I have to ask the question that might be on other people's, maybe it's not, we're thinking really dark here, but gamers love to hack, and they love cheat codes, they love to get into the system. Any attempts to do a little hacking to win the game? You guys,
last year we released an open source version of the vehicle so that people could start using it as a platform to explore and do that kind of hacking and give them an opportunity to build on top of it.
Modules we can mod out on this.
Yeah, absolutely. If you go to deepracer.com, we have a sort of extensions page there, and you can see somebody mounted a Nerf cannon onto the top of this. Somebody built a computer vision model that could recognize rodents, and this thing would kind of drive to scare them. All kinds of fun topics.
So it's a feature, not a bug.
Absolutely.
Open it up.
Yeah.
And also transparency. If you have the source code out there, you guys can have some review.
Yeah, and the whole idea is let's see what developers can come up with.
It's not hackable.
Yeah, really. I mean, if you think about it, when we do the races, we bring the cars ourselves. The only way a developer interacts is by giving us their trained model. So.
And do you guys review the models? Not the review, right?
Yeah, there's nothing really to review. It's all about, there was a model that we saw one time where the car went backwards and then went forwards across the finish line. But we gently told them, well, that's really not a valid way to race.
That was kind of a hack, not really hack. That wasn't hack. That was just a growth hack.
But everybody just has a lot of fun with it across the board.
Mike, great. Thanks for coming on. Love the prop. Thanks for bringing the car on. Looks great. Success every year. I want to see the purse, got to $1 million, the Masters, tournament.
Someday.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you for having me, John.
Deep Racer, again, fun, started as a great way to train people on machine learning. IoT device turns into a league of its own. Great stuff for people to learn, especially students and people in companies. But the competitive juice is flowing. That's what it's all about, having fun, learning. It's theCUBE here in San Francisco. Stay with us for more coverage after this short break.